If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Alright, we haven't talked about the man Drizzy Drake in a while now, and it's October now. It's like the second half of October, and we all thought that Scary Hours 3 was gonna drop in October around his birthday, which would be the 28th. I made a couple of videos in the past on this, but today we're gonna break down some inside information, or at least from people that have shown to be very reliable in the past when it also came to CLB, for example, that have some very interesting news on this. So let's jump straight into this and let's break this down. So shout out to Decon on the Discord server for providing this information. If you're not a part of the Discord server yet, make sure you join it in the description down below. The link is right there. It's amazing. Best hip hop community on earth. But he had a couple of snippets from an online forum on KTT2, which a lot of Drake insider information is accumulated on in this one forum post. A couple of people discussing it, also discussing Drake's place and Drake's legacy in hip-hop, which is very interesting to kind of read through because you can see that a lot of these people actually know what they're talking about and are not some random dudes on Discord. But aside from that, there are a couple of interesting pieces of information that we got to go over because they might have some very important information on Scary Hours 3. So let's look at those. So the first one is from a guy called Vietbra, and Decon let me know that he's allegedly on OVO payroll and one of the moderators on KTT2, and he says he's always been a reliable source of information. And he said a couple of very interesting things. For example, Vietbra posted, "Can't believe we getting a new album this month." And also then someone asked, is it confirmed? And he said, "You heard it here first." And something else that he said, which is like the last thing we get into when it comes to Vietbra, is "This is effing scary, guys." So he's kind of confirming that something is coming this month, which we kind of thought because October seems like a very, kind of like sensible month for Drake to drop. His birthday is on October 24th. So maybe that week, we're going to get into that in a second. But he says that we're getting a new album this month, and he says it's confirmed and that we heard it there first. And when it, as Decon said, I think it was CLB that this guy also had some reliable information on. So judging from that, there might be something to this. Also, he said that this is scary, quote unquote, referring to Scary Hours likely, because why else would you say that this is scary? Also, Decon then said that he's kind of like been hinting at a date of October 28th, which, as I just said, would make sense because Drake's birthday is on the 24th, and so the 28th is in that week, that Friday, so maybe there is actually something to it, just kind of a confirmation about something that we were already speculating about, but it's nice to have it like, black on white right here. But that's like the first couple of informations that we got from Vietbra, the leak, or like the information that this album is coming this month, and it has something to do with scary, so like these Scary Hours. But let's keep, let's continue on this like rabbit hole down in this forum. So another person that posted something is Hype, and Decon said Hype is an insider who gave us information on CLB, music videos, and more over the past years. He only posts when he knows something is coming, and Hype posted one of them ones. And this doesn't have to mean anything, but being a part of the same KTT2 forum group, maybe this also has some meaning as to him saying like, oh, this is one of those albums, this is a great album. Because when people say one of them ones, it likely means that the album is great. So maybe he's heard something, maybe he knows something that we don't, and it's a great album. Just something I wanted to throw in there as well. And then there was another guy on there, and I want to just like clarify real quick, anything that these people say is obviously not set in stone. We're gonna have to wait for official confirmation from Drake or OVO or anybody from his team for like actual confirmation. But this is for the fans that want to get into the theories, that want to get into a couple of the leaks. That's why we're going over this. So let's look at another guy called Jador14 who posted, "I'll just say for now, this is not Scary Hours 3. This is a whole actual album. Drake being the guy he is, I can tell you on bits and pieces of the album that he was annoyed about how you guys received Honest and Nevermind, LOL. Number 2, he's really not letting the Pusha T situation go. Number 3, some of these beats for this album is insane. Like from the tracks that I heard, it makes me want to be a producer. And last but not least, I'll just say this. 40 will never lose his touch when it comes to touching a beat. That man will forever have an elegant way of laying down a track. That's all I can say." So apparently this guy that I don't think was like very known in like the leaker underground community of the Drake team, he's saying that he's heard a couple of bits of this album, and the important part is that this isn't Scary Hours 3, or even if it is, it'll be more than just an EP. You know, he says that this is a whole actual album. So enough tracks to be more than just those 2, 3, 4-pack EPs that Scary Hours was up to now. This isn't confirmed, as I said. Maybe we're talking about two different things here. Maybe we're talking about Scary Hours 3 and also a new album. Maybe they're the same thing and Scary Hours 3 is just a larger pack than the first two were. None of this is confirmed. As I said, I want to clarify that on a couple of occasions because I already see the comments and they've came in the past too, so I just want to clarify that. But this also means that apparently this is really good, and apparently he's taking shots at people that didn't like Honestly Nevermind, so me, myself included, aside from like 2-3 tracks on there. He also says that the Pusha T situation is still on there from 2018, which I think is kind of weird, because why is he still hanging on to that old beef that he had with Pusha in like 2018? Like, why? It's like they're grown men now. Apparently he's holding on to that. Maybe it'll be somewhat of a subject matter on this new album. I can't really say anything about that. But this is calculated the leak information we have right now. I think October 28th will be a very interesting date to watch out for, to have an eye on, because it's the same week that Drake has, it's his birthday, obviously, and there might be something coming on there. And just from the couple of people, I would trust the most the Viet Bra guy, because apparently he's well known in the community, and I feel like I've heard him before on the Reddit as well. So that's why I'm throwing that out there. But if you have any more information on this, if you have any other, sources or leaks or whatever, let the fans know in the comments down below. That would be very interesting to talk about. But this is the information that we have so far. As I said, not set in stone, but it's something that is out there for the fans to like dive into, go into a rabbit hole down these forums or whatever. So if you want to check out the whole thing, I'll have the link to the forum in the description down below so you can check out the whole thing. But this is it for now. Apparently something happening on October 28th, that Friday. I'll be on the lookout for that. It's an upcoming week, so next Friday. So that's going to be dope to see what they got coming out there. Maybe Drake will announce something, earlier prior to that. But we just have to wait and see from official confirmation. But yeah, this is it. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for Scary Hours 3? Do you think this will actually be a whole album worth of songs? Or do you think it'll be a small EP again? What are your theories? What are your thoughts and opinions on this? All of that, let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.